Okay guys, I wanted to execute this GeoGebra file and show you some of the great stuff we can do to try to help explain the issues that some have been having difficulty understanding. First off, okay, when you have an instruction sheet here, okay, and it's asking you to do a couple different constructions. And this is just something I want you doing on your own to try to get a better understanding of it. The link for the GeoGebra is right there, so you could either go there or on the other page and get it. Okay, we're going to come back and forth on this to kind of illustrate what has to be done, but okay, just bear in mind some of the things that we're going to look at here. So here we go. I'm going to open up that link, okay, and that link will allow you to execute certain things, which will be pretty cool. I think you'll like what it can do. Okay, so give it a second to load up, and then we'll go through some of the features. So this is your three-dimensional box. Okay, you've got some options here. This is the move. Okay, now when you move, okay, you have this other option that is accompanied with move. It's this button over here says, and you can see it says start or stop rotating. So that is going to rotate, allow you to get some different perspectives on what we're going to end up drawing. And you can kind of make that go around quicker or slower depending on your like or reverse directions for that matter. Okay, so we're going to kind of go back and try to get it into the original position here. Okay, now think about some of the things we want to do. Okay, we've been talking about lines and parallel lines. Some of the things we're going to ask you to do is draw, like let's say we get a line and we've got a line going through AB down here, okay, and I want a line parallel to AB. Well, okay, so parallel to AB would be a number of them. I'm going to click up here, okay. This is E, F, G, H. Okay, so I'm going to click up here, E, G. I'm going to click up there, and there's going to be another line. And like I said, we can spin that around, move that around, okay, so that you can see that they are in fact parallel. Another thing we could emphasize with that is the following, okay. Let's stop that in its tracks right now, okay. Let's kind of turn that off so we can get some, we can see more, okay. So now, how do we build a plane? Well, by definition, a plane is three non-collinear points. So there is a plane that contains both of these um, parallel lines, okay. So here's the tool up here, says for plane through 3 points. So this is what I'm going to do, okay. Um, I'm going to click on any 3 points, A, B, and I'm going to click on up here H, and there is my plane. Okay, this is really cool. You can actually see the plane, and you can, as we saw, you can move it. You can move the plane. Click over here, and you can move it, and you can rotate it and slow it up a bit, so you can see how that plane does to contain those two parallel lines. Okay. And so I'm going to ask you to do a couple exercises in there. Okay, let's try something else with skew lines. Okay, all right, let's try something else with skew lines. Now, okay, now, if you want to undo, then you undo right here. Okay, just back arrow and undo. Okay, all right. So now let's take, let's go back, undo a little bit more. Try to go back and get it to the original state, okay? So you also got options of moving it in this sense, getting varying degrees of rotations on it, okay? All right. You actually, this is actually a mouse control that is allowing me. I'm just clicking and kind of moving it around with the mouse to get different perspectives on it, okay? So, so how do we proceed? Let's do skew lines, okay? Skew lines are, okay, two lines, so that do not intersect. So I'm going to say BC. What's skew with BC? Well, any number of them, okay? So I'm going to come up here, maybe hit the EF, okay, and draw that line, EF, okay. And again, I can just click the and drag the mouse. Looks like it's a right click to drag in the mouse, and you can see those two. Now, okay, I'm going to ask you, can I show that those are in the same plane? They're not. There's no way I can click any point here. Okay, so I'm going to say, all right, got the plane through here and here, and okay, there's a plane, but that plane does not contain, okay, does not contain line BC. Now BC, as you might say, well, BC goes through it, okay, but BC is not in it, okay, all right. So that's skewed lines, non-intersecting and non-parallel, okay. Um, so again, you're going to have a little fun with this, I hope. Going to undo a little bit, come back, and if I wanted to do a plane, it's kind of a neat plane that is going to slice this figure in half. There's a number of different options. Okay, so let's say I take the plane again, the plane through 3 points, 1, 2, and it looks like I already chose a point there. So there's a plane that's kind of cutting through this box in some ways that you can see how it cuts through. You could also see that when the plane intersects any other plane, like, okay, let's show you the plane that contains this side. Okay, so we do a plane over here, goes for these 3 points. Okay, when those planes intersect, okay, there's a line that's being formed. You can see the line along here. Okay, see the line along there that's being formed. Okay, so there's a really neat GeoGebra exercise that I think you should be able to learn a lot from, and help you visualize some of the things that you may have been having difficulty with. Okay, there you go.